I'm sure we've all been there, searching for the latest supplement that's going to dramatically speed up the process of building muscle, losing fat. I've been there myself, trying to look for the latest hack. It just doesn't work. The problem is that if you have not got the foundations in place in terms of your sleep, eating a good diet, training hard already in the gym, then adding supplements in and just spending all of your cash in that area is probably just a waste of money. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you what are the actual supplements that are going to make a difference. So stay tuned till later in the video, because I'm going to be giving you 5 supplements that actually may make a difference for your general health as well as building more muscle. Now, what we're going to talk about first is essentially the fact that you need to be nailing the basics. What is actually going to make a difference? And where should you be prioritizing your money? You can think of supplements as the icing on the cake. So if you are already nailing all of the basics, you're already training hard in the gym, following a structured training program, and you're actually tracking that the weights are going up over time, you are being consistent with your protein intake, eating around 1 gram per pound of your body weight per day, and then looking at the quality of your diet, just making an effort to have some fruit and veg, right? Come on, I'm not your mum, I'm not gonna tell you to eat your fruit and veg, but it makes a good amount of difference to actually take care of yourself. Getting to bed on time, as boring as and unsexy as it is, just getting to bed on time and getting up at the same time each day, trying to have a consistent sleep pattern is really what's going to make the difference in the long term. So if you're consistent with your sleep, trying to get 7 to 8 hours per night, and then you are trying to have enough protein to fuel muscle growth and recovery from the hard gym training that you're doing, and you're actually pushing yourself in those gym sessions, then if you add supplements in on top, then you're looking at about 2%, 3%, something very small on top of that that's actually going to make a difference. Now, what I will say to that is the biggest difference a supplement will make is probably creatine monohydrate. Now, creatine monohydrate is the most well-researched form of creatine. What you need to know about creatine is it basically increases short-term energy levels, regenerates something called ATP. Now, this translates to essentially you getting a few more reps in a end of a hard set in the gym. And over time, creatine could actually make a difference, because if you're building the reps up and the weights up quicker and you're already consistent in the gym, adding creatine in may speed up that process of building muscle. But it won't, like any other supplement, it's not going to do anything if 1 week you're going into the gym 4 times a week and the next you just drop off and you don't go to the gym at all. So you've got to stay consistent with all of these, basics, essentially, to get anything out of these supplements. Now, what are the 5 supplements that I would actually care about if I were you, and where would I be prioritizing my money? Well, the first thing I'd say is prioritize your money on actual food, right? So have some fruit and veg, focus on the quality of your nutrition. If you eat meat and fish, go to these protein sources first before you look at supplements, and try and get a good amount of protein in from those meals that you're having each day before you add supplements in. Now, in my coaching experience, with majority of people do not have the habit of eating a high protein diet, and they may fall short of the 1 gram per pound of your body weight recommendation that I gave earlier on protein. So if you are not hitting 1 gram per pound of your body weight per day or near this from food alone, I would then look at adding a whey protein, or you could go to like a vegan protein powder equivalent. I would add that in mainly for convenience. So protein powder is not magic, it's just going to be a convenience tool to help you hit that target that we talked about. Now, that is the first thing that I would look at, would be whey protein or a vegan protein powder equivalent. The second one that we've just talked about, so creatine, is actually going to make a difference. So creatine monohydrate, you can take it in capsule or powder form, doesn't really matter. Take it any time of day. Take 5 grams a day initially of this one. This is actually going to help in the long run if you're already consistent with sleep, training, eating well. Third thing, I would look at a multivitamin for your general health. So even if you are looking at a nutrient-dense diet with plenty of fruit and veg and things like that, you're probably going to be covering the micronutrients, so the vitamins and minerals that your body needs. However, it could be a good idea from a cost practicality side of things to add in a multivitamin, just to potentially cover off any deficiencies you may have in any of these vitamins and minerals. Vitamin D, I think, is an important one that people don't really think about as well. If you're in a country like me in the UK, where for some reason in October, recording this, it's actually really sunny today, but usually going into the winter time, we're going to be lacking sunlight in countries like this. So if you're in a part of the world that lacks sunlight during the winter or during some point in the year, supplementing vitamin D is cheap, and it's actually going to give you some benefits, even if it is placebo on mood. If you're feeling better, you're probably more likely to get up and get going, create these good habits. So vitamin D, I think, will make a difference. The last thing I'm going to talk about is omega-3, right? So if you are not having 2 portions of fish minimum per week, I would definitely add in omega-3 and supplement this, because it's cost effective, it's easy to take in capsule form, and yeah, the cost to benefit ratio is pretty good. So I'll take it myself, and in addition to trying to make an effort to eat plenty of fish. So there's going to be some weeks where you eat more than others, and obviously if you don't eat fish, you want to be potentially looking at like a vegan alternative. Those are the ones that are actually going to make a difference. So to summarize for you, essentially look at whey protein or a protein powder if you are not hitting the 1 gram per pound of your protein per day, 1 gram per pound of your body weight of protein per day. Creatine monohydrate actually makes a difference. Multivitamins, vitamin D, omega-3, that's it, right? If you're then looking at fat burning foods, CLA, BCAAs, amino acids, all of these sort of things, most of this is not really going to make any difference if you're hitting a good amount of protein per day and you're being consistent with all the other things we talked about. So save your cash, do yourself a favor. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel for more content simplifying fat loss and building muscle. I will see you on the next one. See you in a bit.